Have you ever felt like you had to be the loudest person in the room to be noticed? Let me tell you a story that might change your mind. It's about a 12-year-old boy named Arun who rarely spoke. Not because he couldn't, but because he believed words should only be used when truly necessary. At school, his quiet nature made him an easy target for teasing. While other kids were busy boasting, arguing, or just making noise, Arun was a silent observer, taking everything in. His classmates saw his silence and thought it was weakness. One day, the new science teacher, Mr. Rather, announced a model-making competition. The theme was innovation for a better tomorrow. The classroom erupted with excitement. Students started shouting out their grand ideas: solar-powered cars, robotic arms, advanced water filters. Arun just listened. That evening, he sat in a small room thinking. His village suffered from frequent power cuts. He thought about his mother, struggling to cook in the dark and the heat. An idea sparked. He would build something simple, something useful, an inexpensive, hand-powered fan for families like his. While his classmates talked about their amazing projects, Arun worked quietly. He gathered discarded wires, old plastic bottles, and small motors from a broken toy. Every evening, he'd sit in his courtyard, patiently tinkering. When neighbors asked what he was making, he'd just smile, protecting his focus with his silence. At school, the teasing continued. Maybe he isn't even participating. One boy laughed. He probably has nothing to show. Another chimed in. Arun didn't say a word. He knew that silence isn't emptiness, it's preparation. The day of the competition arrived. The school auditorium was buzzing with energy. Students stood proudly next to their models, explaining them loudly to the judges. Everyone was trying to impress with their words. Then it was Arun's turn. He quietly carried his model, covered with a cloth, to the front. He simply lifted the cloth. The judges leaned in. Before them was a compact fan, made almost entirely from recycled materials. Arun turned a small handle, and the blades began to spin, creating a strong, steady breeze. "Did you make this yourself?" One judge asked. Arun nodded. "How does it work?" Another inquired. Instead of a long speech, Arun just gave a quick demonstration and pointed to a simple diagram he'd drawn. The judges were amazed by its simplicity and practical genius. His work was speaking for him. The noisy students watched, stunned. They expected nothing, but they saw innovation born from quiet thought. After reviewing all the projects, the judges returned to the stage. The auditorium fell silent. "The first prize," the head judge announced, "goes to the student whose model is practical, creative, and built with extraordinary dedication. Arun Sharma." The room exploded with applause. Arun stood frozen for a moment, a warm feeling washing over him. Mr. Rather put a hand on his shoulder and said, "Arun, you've shown everyone that you don't need to be loud to make an impact. Sometimes the quietest people achieve the greatest things." Arun smiled. He finally understood. His silence was never a weakness. It was his superpower. While others were busy talking, he was listening, observing, and creating. He learned a powerful lesson that day. Silence builds focus, focus builds skill, and skill builds success. From that day on, Arun was never insecure about being quiet. He still only spoke when necessary, but his actions echoed louder than anyone's words. And soon, the very classmates who once teased him started coming to him for help, not because he got louder, but because he became stronger all through the power of silence. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you next time.